Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm Divine Celiane. For those that don't know me, welcome in. I am a gifted healer, seer, reader, many things, teacher, most of all. And for those of you that have known me and coming back, welcome back. You're very welcome. There's so much going on. So much going on. I'm going to tell you this little tidbit. You know, we don't get information until we're supposed to have it. And it's funny because people will celebrate your confusion, thinking that they had something to do with it. And not understanding that sometimes we're not allowed to know because, one, so the enemy doesn't know, but also because we're not ready. So I kind of laugh at how enemies move in that spirit allows enemies to attack. And it uses enemies to bring us what we need to learn. That makes sense? One of my sunshines with my babies. Yeah. It will use an enemy. Anyway, so let me explain, because I know I'm not being clear, but so much has happened. So let me explain. An enemy will come in, and they will create confusion in our life. And we may be on our own journey of trying to love who we are, be who we are, so on and so forth. And we'll get confused and caught up. We don't understand what's going on sometimes. And the enemy, hey Vic, and the enemy thinks that it's because of them we're confused. No. What the enemy doesn't know is that spirit used them and just let us stay in the state until we're ready to know. So what's going on now? There is a huge change that is currently happening now. And for this change to take place, you must allow it. You must have faith. Now, there is something I heard from Reverend Ike I absolutely loved when it came to faith. And what he said was, it is not about faith in anything outside of you that you can't see. Because having faith in anything like that, the manifestation is different. It is more having faith within you to know what you can produce out. And I found that so interesting because we give over our power for things outside of us when the things flow in us. So let me explain the epiphanies I have had lately. I know it's different. I know. And this is different because of the information I was granted to have. So bear with me, because sometimes when you regurgitate downloads, it doesn't have the same effect. It's harder to explain them. But let me see what I can do. Okay. So, in gist, you're born here. You have a spirit and you have a soul. You do not understand that when you're born here, though, the wars that were going on behind the scenes in the spirit realm are still and have been going on. It hasn't stopped. For you. Okay? Over your energy. And I've talked about this in other videos. Over your energy. Right? Now, divine. We know this. Yeah, but you don't understand it in the aspect that you need to understand it. See, you know, that book talks about collection of souls and things like that. The reason why your soul is so important is because that's what connects your spirit and you here. Your spirit is still also on the spiritual plane and here, but that soul is the energy connection between it. And a lot of things like to steal. During this time, you have a lot of beings on this plane trying to be God or Satan or in between, trying to play those roles, and then saying, oh, God or Satan, whichever one they go to, I don't need you. I can do it myself. Forget you. Now, when I walk middle path, that's not what I say. I still have respect. Okay. But these beings are like, I can do this myself. I can manifest this myself. Who needs you? No one needs beings like that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now we understand something. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. So these taking all these different beings and spiritual beings from other cultures and trying to make it down to one is actually impossible. It is not one, first of all. Second of all, they don't go away because you say there's only one. There's only one for you. Okay? That's perfectly fine. Whatever it is you follow, that is perfectly fine. But everything is energy. Everything is energy. So I don't care if it's 2024 and you don't see Marduk. Marduk still exists. Because to somebody, it still does. So it still does. Nana still exists. Thought still. You understand what I'm saying? The repercussions of that energy still exist. It is still around. It is still there. Horus, Isis, they're still around. They may not be physically anybody in this plane, but they are still around. Still can influence people of those cultures and other folks. Any spirit being can do that. So to be human and walk around and act like we're not touched by anything else outside. Well, that is partially true as well, because, and you're like, well, Divine, you just said, hold on. Remember, I said everything is possible, right? Nothing is true, but everything is permitted. Everything is possible. Because what you put in your mind to be is what will be. So if one day you say one exists, and then another day you say 10 exists, for you 10 exists. You're speaking it. See, this is an energy game. This is a game. And I know some of y'all like, what? This is my life. This ain't no fucking game. It's a game. And you got to know the rules. And what do you spend all your life trying to do? Figure out the rules of this game. And I can't tell you all the rules. I'm not allowed to tell you all the rules. I'm sorry. I'm not. This game is a huge test. And so you got to know where you fall within it. You got to know what's true for you. You got to know what you need to do to find your path, right? You get sent people, and these people you've been around are people that have been with you in many other lives. They always come back with you. You always find them and commune with them. Yes, that even means that some bitch that should have never did what they did these past couple of years, that means these people that put shit on you as a baby. Yeah, you've been through with them already. Again, and so on and so forth. That's why some of you know how to handle it, and some of you fly off the handle with it because you're so tired of it. This is a game. And you got to know how to play this game. If you want to kind of use a poker analogy, your buy-in is your energy. When you were born here, that's your buy-in. Your energy. How much you got. Depends on how big of a poker game you can play. Some of us, chosen star seeds, what else have you, and we fluctuate. We do. Some stay there. But we fluctuate because, we'll do stuff, have karma, have choices and stuff. Some of us didn't even know we were invited to a very powerful poker game, very expensive poker game, but they were taking the energy anyway. Okay. Understand something. Everything is based on your energy. This is why, my loves, you have to protect it. You have nothing but energy vampires all around you. Understand, in this game, there are people and things and beings pulling at your energy, trying to get you to let them have it. That is why your will is so important. That is why, when I said before, you speak no and you shall not. You speak my will, my choice, no. You have to speak like that to get these energies back. That's why you have to do cleansing of your energy field, your aura field, your meridians and chakras. You have to understand the access and the exit points of your chakras and meridians to protect those. You have to understand your thoughts and your speech to protect those. You have to understand what you do and give out to protect that energy. You have to be mindful of when someone even speaks or steps in your energy and wants to shake your hand. There you're exchanging energy. So you have to be very, very careful, my loves. A lot of us are giving energy and we don't even understand how expensive the commodity is for what we're giving away. But it's expensive. Our energy is the currency. I have a video on this, y'all. Our energy is the currency. Our energy is why there's a spiritual battle. So that download came to me. And the question that followed for the universal community was, what are you going to do? Are you going to make the same mistakes you've been making? Are you going to get up, get courage, know and love you, understand how divine and spiritual you really are? Because you come from source, everything does. Everything does. So the purpose is for you to return back to source. It's how you return back to source. That's your path. How you return back. And that's a contract you signed when you came back here, what you're going to do. When you decide not to fulfill the contract is when you become karmic. When you decide to hurt people consistently on purpose is when you decide to become karmic. When you decide to steal people's energies for money, sacrifice other people for a frivolous thing, you become karmic. Money doesn't exist. We make it exist. It doesn't exist. The currency for any spiritual being is money. Don't believe me? Okay. Why then, in the entertainment industry, do they give money in exchange for breaking you down? And for some, lots of it. Why is money given in exchange for selling out? Sometimes lots of it. Why are contracts brokered with a $sign for use of your energy? I want you to think about this. This is important. This is what they didn't want people to know. And they have run out of time because the ones that are supposed to know. We know. You didn't stop any downloads. In fact, though, what they did was they made sure that we got so inundated with the download that is huge. And this is huge. I also said in the post that revelations that everyone is so scared of is nothing but seeing the unseen. You're going to start seeing what has been hidden from you in this machine because humans can't fathom that. But the other beings that are here see it. They know. They've been known because a lot of them haven't left. The energy field of this earth is very difficult for outside beings to live with and be able, like, for example, notice most of them stay in their ships. If they get out and they touch our air, Body chemistry changes. They can't leave. A lot of these things that you think left are not, they're still here. So, I'm sorry, y'all. They're still here. And they need your energy. Now, that's where technology comes in too. Because technology is an infinite source if you have a battery. Who's the battery? I'm just going to leave it like that. So, you must allow this change if you really want to elevate and evolve. You must allow this change. Your enemies didn't stop anything for you, my loves. I want you to understand that. Your enemies didn't stop anything for you. All they did was make sure that divine timing moved in divine timing. You can blame them for that. For it taking longer for you to get what you needed to get. But it was all worked in your favor. That's what I need you to understand. You have been given divine abundance because all of this has been worked in your favor, even though it doesn't look like it was worked in your favor. It was worked in your favor. If you had gone to your enemy and you had the information, you might have given the information. There were things your enemy was not to know about you. What you knew, what you didn't know, how you were moving. That's none of their business. So they did you a favor. But the change has started. The change has started. The clock has started. So my loves, you can sit up here and not accept the change if you want to. But this particular change that's happening this year, and I would say with these eclipses, you don't have a choice with this change. Everyone is going to change. Everyone. And those that are on their path, that know they're on their path, and that are like, I am ready to begin my path. Those that speak that, I am ready to begin my path. I have done the work. What do you need me to do? Baby, you're going to be told what you need to do. It's time for a lot of us to start walking. What do you mean, Divine? My father had to leave to learn from master teachers to come back and walk. It's time for us to walk it. It's time. Okay. See, I want you to understand something. Not another being is coming back to die for you. This is not repeating. So not another being is coming back to die for you. It's not to die again. And we're not going to talk about he didn't die. We're not going to talk about that. Okay. There is no one that's dying for you this time. This time, it will be you to pay it. And I'm laughing because I know, because it's the end. And everyone has to pay up. So, my loves, if you think another being is coming, and a lot of you don't even understand what he said when he said that, but if you think another being is coming to die for you, no, there will be no sacrifice for you. You will sacrifice for what you've done. Period. Because it's your karma, your life. You had a chance. And y'all said no. You don't get a chance to do it again. So, and I know I look so mean smiling when I'm saying it. I'm not being mean. It's just that I understand. I just understand. You humans, you beings that did stuff, all of you are responsible. You've been responsible since, 2,500, 3,000 years ago plus. You've been responsible. You just didn't think you had been responsible because someone took it on themselves. That stopped the moment he took his last breath. After that, it's on you. It's been on you. So understand, those of you that don't share accountability, it doesn't matter whether you think you should or not. You're going to still be held accountable. Because you're doing on this plane. You got to understand how to play the game. You got to understand how to play the game, how the game is played. You got to understand who and what you belong to, what your energy belongs to, the collective, gathered by source. Why is compassion an easy concept? Because a lot of people don't think it is. Compassion is an easy concept if you think of it in terms of we belong to source. We're going back to source, right? And we're all a part of source, which means we all have an understanding and a connection with each other. A love that flows through each other. So when you look at that other person and you see they don't understand their path, they're hurting people, they're hurting, and they don't know how to go and where to go and what to do, then you can have empathy to understand, because a lot of us have been there. When you're in that compassionate state, which is the state we're to get to, is to be able to look at our enemy and not say poor thing, just they're not there yet. They don't understand. We try to teach them. They say no, we leave them. That's the thing about certain folks. I got to save, you got to save yourself. They say no, love you in peace and love. I got to move on. It's nothing personal. So that's why I keep saying check ego. Check ego. You getting mad because someone doesn't want you to save them. What's wrong with your ego? Okay, so move on. There's plenty of people that need the help. It's nothing personal. It's not personal. And those of us that are healers and things like that, it's just business. It's not personal. It's not personal to you. So this allowing of this divine abundance is here because you're worthy. A lot of you have done work to know what your worth is. And to know that you're worthy. You're worthy. You had to know you were worthy. And that's what a lot during this time, that is what a lot of people have had to walk in. I am worthy. I am actually worthy of healing, of love, of loving myself, of picking myself back up and moving and going and doing. I am worthy of this divine abundance. I am worthy of this change that's trying to happen for me. I am worthy of it. I'm ready for my path. And that is what's being asked of you. It's for you to be ready and allow the divine abundance. But that don't mean it comes without a price or sacrifice. You're going to get your lessons. You still got a path to walk. You still got work to do. I know you've been hearing this message. You still have work to do. But please, my loves, don't forget to give yourself accolades and pats on the back as you've been walking this though. Don't forget that. But you got to keep going. So, I'm going to leave you with that. Using my divine abundance cards as usual. And the actual one came out as usual. But I want you to understand how important it is for you to protect your energy. That is what this spiritual war is about. Is the use and theft of your soul's energy to deplete it. That's what connects you here. They can't touch you if you're not here. You got to be here. And when you hit here, you have certain beings that's reading people's energy when they're born to take it from when they're little. And they'll take a little bit at a time to make sure you don't deplete and to see if you can refuel. Some of us, a lot of us Special indigo children, we refuel our energy. Some of us never run out. But you must use your will and your love to say yes or no. You must. All right, my loves, I love you. Those that stopped in, I can't see you. But thank you. As the days go on, I'm going to try to get a little bit more clear. For class 4, I'm actually just going to speak it. I'm not going to give a PowerPoint on that one. So I can get it out the way. You guys can have it. Because I've been pretty busy. So, but I love you. And I appreciate that you stopped by. And I don't think I tell you enough. I appreciate you. But I wanted to tell you, I appreciate you stopping by and seeing me. And going this with me. Walking this with me. Listening to my experience. And just having understanding. I appreciate you. I don't have a problem talking about when I fall down. A lot of people do. But the mere fact that you tune in and you listen for words of wisdom or comfort or to laugh, whatever it is, I thank you for that. You give me someone to talk to. You give me someone to teach. And that's why I'm here. That's what I'm going to be here to do. So let me do that. And you do. And I appreciate you. Mwah, to you for that. Thank you. All right, my loves. I'm going to end it now. I love you. I love you. Protect your energy. Protect it. It's yours. It's your choice. So make the right choices. All right, my loves. Love you. Namaste.